Everyone, please welcome Lynn Whitfield joining us this morning here at iHollywood TV on Skype. Hello, Lynn. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It is so great to have you here with us. Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for being interested.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, you're like a TV icon, so I mean, how could I not say yes to want to speak with you, Lynn? Come on now. You're just everything. So,
Oh, well, thank
well, let's go ahead and get started. So, Lynn, you began your acting career in television and theater before progressing to supporting roles in film. What has been one of your favorite films to be part of to this day?
Oh gosh, I fall in love with all the characters that I play, many of them anyway. So, you have to love Josephine Baker because, when you win an
Oh,
Emmy, you
yeah.
get nominated for a Golden Globe and an Ace Award, which doesn't exist anymore, and marry the director and have a beautiful daughter and become a part of, you know, of the group of actors that people know that they can depend on.
Hmm.
It's like, well, that was one of the more striking, influential in my career. But then, all the way up to Lady May, which I did 5 seasons of. I love these women. I
Hmm.
fall in love with the women and I protect the characters. I protect them with everything I've got, try to give them texture, depth, and all that. So it's just a lot of fun because if you spend your time looking back and saying, oh, that was my absolutely favorite, I might neglect the present.
Now, Lynn, let's talk about what you're going to be appearing in this weekend. It's TV One's Uncensored. It comes on Sunday, October the 10th. But tell us more about that and what we will see from you in this talk series.
Well, Uncensored is about people sharing things that perhaps people don't know. For me, because I've known me all my life, I just kept saying, "Are you sure people are going to find this interesting?" Um, yeah, but you talk about your victories, you talk about your disappointments. I talk about that. My uh, being a mother and also being a career person coming along. My daughter is, of course, grown now,
Hmm.
and just all the things that happen along the way, because what the public usually sees is the work you do. Um, but the work I do isn't necessarily who I am, you know.
Right.
Um, and so the effort is to define the work and not have the work define you.
Hmm.
So in Uncensored, you'll just hear some of the private moments, some of the, funny things, some of the behind the scenes that happen, during Thin Line Between Love and Hate, for instance,
Hmm.
because I've had the opportunity to work with, even though I'm known as a dramatic actress, I have worked with some of the funniest men in show business, Martin Lawerence, Chris Rock,
Oh, wow.
just so being the straight man, and there's a lot of funny behind the scenes things,
Hmm.
and I don't know, I don't call them secrets. I think it's just more things that people don't know. Because the truth of the matter is that I did this 6 weeks ago. I don't remember
Oh,
because
wow.
there's someone behind the camera. You don't
Hmm.
even see the person asking questions. Like I'm looking at your handsome face here. It that you don't see the person and you answer the question as if it was just a new thought in your mind and
Really?
ramble. Yes. So it's not like an interview like this.
Hmm.
It's like you're musing about yourself, which felt very narcissistic to me. Uh, and then you just ramble on and on and on and they put it together. So I don't know what's in there. I know there was a moment where I said, um I that one of the best things about me were my legs, and I don't know, out of nowhere, I don't know how, I just lifted my leg into the camera and
Ah.
I don't know what was going on. So I don't know. Yeah, but well, I was graceful about it though. Those ballet classes had me.
Of course, Lynn didn't say, "Oh, look at my leg, everyone." I'm just kidding.
It was just a fan kick. Fan kick.
Yes, darling. Yes. Oh my
Un-
god. Well, everyone's gonna definitely have to tune in. You're not gonna want to miss out. And by the way, how long did it take to film that? Especially since there was like you pretty much said, there's nothing like an interaction conversation between the interviewer and the talent.
I was sitting there talking, and every person, you sit there and talk about yourself for
Hmm.
about 4 or 5 hours.
What? Now, did they feed you? Did they give you the good food? Lynn, tell us.
I, well, who wants to be looking at things in their teeth?
Well,
So
yeah, no, yeah, yeah.
so it was like, yes, they had little sandwiches and things, but and they took great care of us. It's a
Uh,
great group of people. As a matter of fact, I did this because number one, TV One was started by a most dynamic woman, Black woman. Two, my friend Keith Neal, who works in the production company, would not let me off the hook. I kept saying, "Well, let me do next season." They said, "Well, no." I said, "But I can't do it until the." "Well, we'll wait for you." So I just, I, it was almost one of those things where I just couldn't get out of it.
Hey, by the way, congratulations on your recent movie that's streaming on Hulu. It is titled Vacation Friends, starring yourself, Laurel Howery, and John Cena. Tell us more about this comedy and the character that you play in the movie.
Well, I mean, it was just great. It's what I loved about it, and not necessarily because the characters that we played as parents
Hmm.
to this couple who about to get married. Um, but what I love is that on vacation, sometimes there are moments in time where you let down your guard, where you are in a completely foreign environment, something new, and you learn things about yourself,
Hmm.
which challenge who you thought you were in the first place. And that's kind of at the very core of this really funny physical comedy. It's, I mean, Yvonne Oji, and it's just really quite entertaining and really, 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 really funny. And it just begs the question, you know, is there a different person inside of you that you have not explored?
Hmm.
Or, are you going to step out and make the most of a moment, or kind of stay in the safe zone?
Hmm. Well, it definitely is a funny movie, and we need laughter more than ever, especially in the world that we're living in today with the pandemic and everything that's
Yeah.
going on. I mean,
Yes.
and by the way, how has the pandemic really shifted and changed your life? I mean, because everything's like all virtual now. Like these interviews are virtually done, but
Oh,
then also,
I have learned more about my own makeup and putting on lashes. I don't think I have ever been so clean in all my life. It's made me a neater person. It's made me more of a procedural person. I think I live with less germs now than I ever have in my entire life. I so and that's a really strange thing. And that
hmm.
also I am a touchy-feely person, kind of. I give people a hug when I see
Mm,
them. So it's just like altering your physicality with other human beings, and learning how to it's been very interesting to learn how to express warmth and kindness and humor with a mask. I
right? Oh my God.
so you know because people need the warmth. So really
Hmm.
kind of is not learning to, but the instinct that takes over to smile with your eyes,
Yeah.
to let people know that, you're taking them in, all those kinds of things. So it's changed the way you are intimate with people in a
Hmm.
social way. But at the same time, I think now they say the eyes are the mirror of the soul, right?
Mm.
So you kind of can reach people without seeing them. I know I was in the Cayman Islands, and their protocols for quarantine and all that are very stringent. But the good thing after that is after you've been through your 10 days of quarantine, and I mean
Hmm.
real quarantine, everybody's walking around without masks and things. So I came out of my quarantine and I was asked to be a speaker at this dinner. There were 600 people in this room, and I freaked out because I walked in and I just realized, oh my God, it's so good to see lips. It's so good to see beards.
Right?
It's so good to see a lipstick choice.
Uh,
Uh, you know, and just to take in a phase. So I got on stage. I said, "Oh my God, these 600 people!" I was like, "You are so beautiful. I love your lips. I love these mustaches. I love the lipstick." It was it was just, very exciting to see a face
yeah.
because in places where, maybe we're not quite as as careful as the situation calls for, when
Hmm.
you see a face, you're running from it.
Right.
Oh, let me go the other way. So, it it's really changed so much about our behavior.
Yeah.
It's very revealing to me. I don't know
Well,
what it reveals, but it's something.
yeah, well, quarantine, it didn't do any damage to you. You look better than ever, Lynn. So you look fabulous.
Oh,
Yes.
thank
Mm-hmm.
you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You got my lips. Mm.
Yeah. Yes, they're on point today. She's like, "Do you like my lips?" They look great, Linda. You look fabulous. You look fierce. Yes, you do.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Lynn, lastly, I want to ask you, is there still one thing that you want to accomplish in your lifetime as far as TV and film or outside of that genre that you haven't been able to do yet?
Yeah, I want to do uh a sci-fi movie. I want to be a really fierce chick in
Oh.
a sci-fi movie. That's one thing. And then I would love to produce and direct this series, be one of the directors of a series that takes place. I want to tell a story that really brings to life old Louisiana and New Orleans with
Mm.
all of its music and sex and danger
Mm-hmm.
and tradition and elegance. So that's
Mm.
something. And I have this fascination with design design of clothes and interior design. During pandemic, I started making skirts and
Oh,
just doing the
wow.
DIYs. But you know what? People really love them, and I love wearing them. So I
Mm-hmm.
I want to I want to do that. So I'm still a kid in a candy store with tons
Oh.
of things I want to do.
Look at you. Well, I know you will accomplish it all. Fashion, definitely. I mean, I could see you putting out a clothing line.
Oh, yay!
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
Our lips
yes.
to God's ears.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And by the way, about the whole Louisiana, New Orleans thing, my friend Faith Ford, who's an actress that lives in Pineville, Louisiana, you should get her for that project.
Oh,
Just saying.
all
Just
right. Now
saying,
that's
Lynn.
a good friend. That's a good friend.
Yes. For Murphy
Get your
Brown,
plug
she
in
played
there. Get it in.
Corky.
Get it in.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Lynn Whitfield, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us here at iHollywood TV. Everyone, be sure to catch Lynn in Uncensored. It's airing Sunday, October the 10th, this Sunday on TV1. You take care and have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Wear those hearts with pride all day long.
Yes, look, my little hearts. Oh, my goodness. Yes. You have a good day.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.